Hi, this is Romola. This video is just to talk a little bit about safety with essential oils because I think this is really important. I am a doTERRA wellness advocate and have been for since 2016. I am also a qualified aromatherapist, so I've done my qualification in understanding the use of essential oils, the safety of them and how to use and work with them, and this is really important. I'm qualified in everything that I do and insured as well. With essential oils, they are amazing and they are really quick to have physical effects and emotional effects on the body and support our well-being journey. But there are some essential oils that you're going to need to take special care with, especially if you're on any medication. So before using any essential oils, you really want to just double check and let me know, or whoever you're working with, what medication you are on, because there's going to be certain essential oils that you might need to avoid, you might need to limit. If you've got pets or birds or cats and things, again, you're going to want to share that information, because that could affect how the actual oils are shared. So things like diffusers with certain oils you just wouldn't want to do if you've got certain pets, and that is just being really specific. Things to think about would be like advising what medication the person is on, or other people in the house if you're using a diffuser. That's going to be important. Other things are you're going to want to know how to use them safely, whether you can take them topically, how do you apply them topically, do you need to dilute them, do you need to avoid the sunlight, which is things like the citrus oils if you're applying them to the skin. Do you need to be aware, do you need to do sensitivity patches and testing on them? Where's the best place to apply the essential oils to your body? All these things are going to be really important for you to know and have a plan moving forward. Other things to just on a safety point of view is to make sure that your essential oils are not left lying around where children can find them and open them. Most of them have just got a normal twist top. There's a couple that have actually got a push down. So there's one called Deep Blue, which is the muscle one, and that one you have to like you do with prescriptions, you have to push down and twist to get the lid off. But most of them, they are just a simple twist, and certainly the samples that are given out are just a twist. So make sure that any samples and any essential oils that you have are put in a place where children cannot reach them. And that's really important. So wherever you're putting them, put them somewhere safe. If you need to, put them in a box and put them higher up so they're not even in the sight. So even if the child thinks, oh, I like that oil, that's really nice for me, so they can't actually see it and can't reach it. Because what you don't want is children reaching oils and putting them on, or putting them in their mouths and things, because that's just not safe. Some of the oils, you can apply them topically, you can diffuse them, and you can also take doTERRA oils, some of them, internally. And you'll know if you can take them internally. Let me just find one that's got. Just trying to find one that's got, some of them have got double labels over them, so I've not opened these ones. Here we go, see if we can get that open. Right, so some of them have got, they used to have supplement information on them. This one's a tangerine, and it's got a list here of information about the oil, but also it says here, if you can see that, it says for food flavouring. So if it's for food flavouring, it says caution, only use diluted, take no more than one drop per day, keep out of reach of children, out of eyes and mucosas in case of skin contact, avoid UV exposure for up to 12 hours. So there's lots of information there about what to do with the oil. So yeah, it does actually say that on that bit there as well. So if it's got for food flavouring, or some of the older bottles might have the supplement facts on it, then you can use them for internally, or cook with them. The orange one, wild and tangerine, I do use and lemon as well, in sort of a lemon drizzle cake version. You might want to use the basil or the oregano pasta sauce that you're making. But check the bottle and check with your qualified person, your aromatherapist, that's what you can do with the oils. Some oils like oregano, yes, you can cook with them, but the oil itself, and same with the cinnamon, they are known as hot oils. And they're not physically hot, but they have a hot reaction. So when you're cooking with it, you don't even want to put a drop in. You want to just get a cocktail stick, dip it in, and then stir that through. And like I said, with oregano, you don't want to get it onto your skin because it's going to, it can, effectively burn it because of the components in there. So some oils you're just not going to want to apply topically. And again, you want to make sure that the oils are safely out of the way. Like I say, oregano, you would always use diluted. If you're cooking with it, you're going to use a cocktail stick, just to make it really safe for you to do that. With using new oils, you're going to want to do a patch test. So you might do the crook of the arm here is a great place to do it. I would still dilute it. I would still pop a little bit of the oil across the top of it and then put the oil on. If you do have a reaction to an oil, or if you get oil anywhere on your body where it's sore, you want to use oil to dilute it and flush it out. If you add water to it, what that does is it's going to drive the oil further into the skin. So you again, the oil safety, and this is why it's really important to keep it away from small children, or children in general really, is because you don't want them getting on their fingers, putting it in their eyes, in their ears, mouth, nose, or anywhere else, because it's really, really painful and really, really sore. But if that does happen, you're going to want to use oil to flush out, and obviously seek medical advice. But just by keeping your oils safe, putting them away somewhere safe, you're going to be that's not going to be a problem. So so keep them away from children. Avoid them getting any oils getting near your eyes, near your mouth, ears, or anywhere else. I would test the oils. If you're using a new oil, you want to check if the oil is safe to use topically, or if you're taking it internally, check that it's actually safe to do that. And don't be afraid to trial things as well. If you've been advised to do it a certain way, then try it for a couple of days and just see yes or no if it works for you. If you are pregnant, if you have seizures or blood pressure, heart tablets, or any kind of medication, you are going to want to get the oils checked out and make sure they are safe for you to use at all times. Don't just assume that because somebody's given you a sample that they actually know that what medication you're on and what your medical history is. It's really important that you just get that double checked. Because there's so many essential oils out there that even if you can't have one oil, there will be 3 or 4 that will do something similar. So there's always an alternative, and that's why speaking to somebody who is qualified in aromatherapy and understands it, or using something as well like this book to support you. This is a really good book, the Modern Essentials one, to help you understand about how you can and can't use the oils. And this tells you here, it tells you about, where is it? Applications, that tells you how you can use it, how not to use it, whether it's safe for internal and what ages, and safety data. As again, this particular one is, what does it say? Fennel, and it says use with caution during pregnancy, use with caution if susceptible to epilepsy, repeated use can result in contact sensitization. So there's some information there that you think actually, if somebody in the house was pregnant, you wouldn't be using this in the diffuser, for example, or anything that had the fennel within it as the blend, like the Digest-Sen. You'd want to be careful. You wouldn't be using Digest-Sen because it has got fennel in it as to support the digestive system if you're pregnant, for example, because it's just not worth taking the risk, and the cautions are there. So it's really important to let whoever you're speaking to, or me, know exactly what your situation is. So when I advise and share the oils, we can make sure that they are absolutely right for you. So just to reiterate, share your medical history completely. If you're looking at diffusing, just be aware of any medical history that you've got, or any medical history for other people in the family who might be on medications. Keep your oils safe and away from children and other people who you don't want to be fiddling with them. Keep them safe, keep them out of eye level, keep them away from children. If you've got a roller ball that's been made, then use your sense. If that roller ball the child is allowed to use, like my daughter has one that's because it's well diluted, it's got like 1 drop of essential oil in it, and the rest is the coconut oil. So, and she knows not to put it near her eyes, ears, nose, etc. So use them responsibly is number 3. Use them responsibly, and that means if you have got pets, make sure that they're safe to use around the pets. Make sure the pets or children can get out of the room if they don't like the smell of it, and if they don't like the smell of it, they don't react well to it, then just get rid of, pour it out of the diffuser, and try something different, or try it another time. Medical history we've spoken about orifices. If you do get any sensitization, then the thing to do is to use an oil. So if you don't have this is the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil that I use for all of my roller balls, but actually a standard vegetable oil, sunflower oil, would be great. Olive oil tends to be a bit sticky and a bit more smelly, it's not quite so nice, but a basic vegetable oil, if you need it, will do the business. Check how you use it. So you should have been given, if you work with me, you'll be having a video that will explain how you can use it, as well as obviously this video that reminds you of how safely to do things. Or if you've got the Create Family Loan Pack, again there's a book in there that can give you some more information. So they're the really important things when using essential oils. But the key thing is to speak to the person who's giving you the oil, so they are fully aware of your situation. We do this through things like a wellness consult when you've got the oils, but also at this, after, you want to just be careful. A lot of oils, they are absolutely fine for most things. So things like lavender is very safe, but avoided in pregnancy. Things like the tea tree oil, again, is generally considered safe. Chamomile is as well, but there's going to be a dilution that you're going to want to use, particularly for people with sensitive skin, or who are on medications. So the essential oils, they are safe to use, they are great to use, they are a really efficient way of getting a couple of drops to have a massive effect on your well-being. But just do it responsibly and safely, and consider your storage of the oils and the samples, and make sure you're looking after yourself and those around you. If you have any questions, I am hello@romala.co.uk. My phone number is 07894 812 440. It's on my website, which is romala.co.uk, and all of my information on the oils is on spaceforcalm.co.uk as well. There's a whole oil section there about the individual oils that I share, whether it's blogs or for samples, as well as this video, which is on the how-to page with some more information. So anything you need, contact me and I'll be happy to help.